In this video, I follow a duck, become a potato, break shit, and sometimes get on doors.
So some of you may have seen a week or two before the event, I started chasing a wobble at the back end of the 31 yeah, like I was suspicious of an axle, so I replaced the axle. It does seem to have fixed the wobble, so that's a good start. While I was there, however, I found half of a carrier ship just hanging around in pieces in the axle tube. So what that is, it aligns the centre, the entire centre of the diff. It's a very high stress part and high, finely tolerance part. So to find that there a week or two before the event was, a bit concerning. So I instantly tore the thing apart, but it turns out it's a false alarm. It must have been from a previous break and repair, just not cleaned up properly. As it happens, the diff is fine. But yeah, like a bit of wheel bearing noise, it should be okay. As long as it doesn't get too much worse through the day, it'll be alright, and I can get it all sorted out with a bit more time after the event.
The round 2 layout has only outer clipping zones, as shown. It starts with a high-speed entry along the pit wall into a right-hander that goes forever. Staying sideways and carrying enough speed here will be tricky. Then it's a transition into a left-hander that opens up, an extended link into a tight right, and a nice baking hairpin to finish off. It's my first time on this layout, and making this work with low power might be tricky.
That's sick! That's so good! Alright, I f***ing love it. Need to send hard on first corner. It's wide, plenty of runoff. Man, I'm so f***ing grateful for Duck right now. Thank you, good sir. I'd need a f***ing map if it wasn't for Duck. That was good until I popped it out at third. Why the f*** did I do that? That's it! Get in there! Yeah! That's it! If you game! No refund! Sorry Duck, this is gonna suck.
The first corner proved challenging for me. I'd get steering bind on liftoff near the first apex, then when coming back onto power, the weight shift would straighten the car up. I knew the car could do it, but it was like threading a needle with no room for adjustment. Linking the middle of the track was a stretch, especially if I pushed for the outer clipping point on the left-hander.
I keep cutting shallow, I'm sorry! I would give for another 50 kilowatts right now, honestly. I just can't quite make it reach. I think I need to hold third a bit longer and go a tiny bit shallower at the start. I can chase, I just can't leave.
Engaged in gear or something?
No, it's like rev limiting.
So what's it doing?
It won't rev?
Oh, it's really to go higher than that.
Yeah. Damn it. And now it's stalled.
Hell, oh, no.
We're not really meant to get out, but
Yeah,
I mean,
right.
it's in the former. Maybe it doesn't matter.
I'll push it out into there.
Just as I started to find a line, something went wrong. The car was hard to start and it wouldn't rev past 4 grand. Then it stalled altogether. I noticed the dodgy R31 voltage gauge was reading quite low, which hinted at the issue. The alternator plug had fallen off, its metal clip nowhere to be found. A roll start and a few cable ties later, and the crisis was averted. Gotta love an easy fix.
That's all it was. That's okay. Might get some driving done after all, eh? I'll be happy.
Yeah, nice, yeah.
I'm so relieved I can lead lap now.
With the alternator plug holding up and a few vaguely passable laps in hand, it was time for qualifying. I chose a familiar partner for my first battle to maximise points, but I was definitely feeling the pressure.
Right, here we go. Andrew Dutch in the lead. Eli Durkis in the chase. Battle of the NAs here. Little 1.6 in the MX5. Look at RB30 Paul. RB30 in NA. Austin on the side, baby. Both of them jumping in. Nice smooth line through turn 1. Eli falling off a little bit. That rocket ship of an MX5. It's very deceptive, that little MX5. It's got some speed. Yeah, with 60 kilowatts of fury. Yeah.
In my chase, I straightened on turn 1, and at the end I transitioned too late and choked up a bit. That said, the lead run was the best I'd done, so I've got to be happy with that.
Up first we have is Nate Hayes and Eli Dykers in the R31, so Nate Hayes in that 180SX. Going down the straight. Chucks it in. Eli with a big dive there on the edge, trying to get right up on the door of that 180SX. Got a little bit of catch up to do, but he's trying his best. A little bit of a reinitiation there from Nate in the lead. A bit of an awkward transition as well. Should be one forward moment. It looks like he's just struggling a little bit with maybe a little bit too much rear grip in that 180, trying to keep the thing sideways. He's going to get it through the course, and Eli's doing a great job in the chase to keep right up on the bumper there of Nate Hayes as they finish off the lap. So great effort from both of our drivers there. So we've got Eli now in the lead in the Pandamonium R31 Skyline. Nate Hayes in the chase. That multi-panelled, multi-coloured S180. It's got no rear end, it's all tube. It's all just flapping around. It's very Cal Scott essence. Looks like it. It's going to tear off. No, it looks like something Cal Scott would drive. Not like that 31, that's all car. That's all car. It's still roof and quarters. That's it. So you like a little bit of an awkward transition there. He's really wheeling that thing around, doing the best he can with a little bit of an awkwardness there. Nate Hayes is getting up in the pocket there, nowhere to go. Sometimes there's a harder job chasing a slow car than a fast car, especially if your car's quite gripped up, which it looks like Nate's is. The boat driver's getting across the line, no one's facing backwards. It's a good run.
Honestly, my chase was pretty horrible here. I sacrificed line to stay with Nate, which resulted in a ton of straightens. The lead was alright, but I pushed way too wide on the left-hander and really struggled to extend the link through the mid-section of the course. All in all, this was a challenging day out. It exposed the limits of the car and also of my ability to get everything out of it. More seat time would help, as well as fixing the steering bind and better coilovers. But what about the power? This layout really pushed the limits of how far 95 kilowatts can get you. It was hard to hold the tight section of the first corner, and to link the left and right in the middle, because the car simply couldn't go fast enough, let alone hold wheel spin. Drifting in A cars is a lot of fun, and the old girl didn't do too bad. But could it be competitive if I'd driven better? Well, today, I don't think so. But you know what? Yup, I drove it to work the next day. I guess RB30s do go alright. The next video will have something very different in it, and we'll wrap up the series and competing with low power. Subscribe and hit the bell for some surprises and some much bigger and better things to come.